think Marlon Wayans definitely stole this movie from me. He is definitely very convincing in this film that he could play a horror icon. What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. This is OCD Movie Reviews. My name is On the Brinkat, and today I'm going to review the latest sports horror film, and that film is Him. This movie is directed by Justin Tipping, and it's produced by Jordan Peele. Not directed by Jordan Peele, it's produced by him. And this movie stars Tyriq and Marlon Wayans. A young athlete descends into a world of terror when he's invited to train with a legendary champion whose charisma curdles into something darker. I gotta say, in my opinion, horror films have been pretty good this year. There's so many great horror films that came out this year. Now we got the latest sports horror film that came out that is produced by Jordan Peele, not directed, like I keep saying. It's not directed by Jordan Peele. If you're going into this film expecting this movie to be directed by Jordan Peele with his style, you're not going to get that. This is directed by Justin Tipping, which I have not seen him direct anything, so this is my first time seeing how Justin Tipping directs the film. But I was interested in this film going in. I like this concept of using football into a horror film. I think that's a very interesting concept I can do with it. And I thought the trailers looked very, very disturbing and looks very, very edgy the whole time. And I think Marlon Wayans is a very interesting casting here because, yes, he's playing so many comedic roles and he's a funny guy in real life. In interviews, he is hilarious. But there are some movies that he plays serious roles as well, like Requiem for a Dream and Respect. There are some films that he does a really good job playing serious roles, so I'm really interested to see him in a horror-ish role. So I went into this film expecting this film to be a fun horror film that tackles on NFL, which I am not a guy that roots for NFL. I'm not really a sports person in general, like I keep saying in a lot of sport movie reviews. I'm not really much of a sport person, so of course I don't follow NFL, so this is coming from a guy that's not an NFL fan. I just wanted to see a really good, unique horror film, and unfortunately, guys, I would say this film is unique. I'll give him credit, it's very unique, but not in a good way. This film really lets me down, guys. This film is pretty bad, actually. Now, there are positives with this film, absolutely. I would say the best thing about this movie is the two main leads, Tyriq and Marlon Wayans. Them two are fantastic in this film when it comes to the chemistry in the film. And of course them individually, their performances are fantastic in the film. I think Marlon Wayans definitely stole this movie from me. He is definitely very convincing in this film that he could play a horror icon. I think his performance is very creepy in the film, very disturbing at a couple of moments. He definitely has some charisma into him, and I think Marlon Wayans really performs that very, very well. Of course, he plays a former NFL player that has a very bad past that fucked him up in the head, and I thought Marlon Wayans really played that role very, very well. And I'm not going to lie, Tyriq, I thought he does a really good job in this film as the main lead. I saw him in I Know What You Did Last Summer, and I thought he was okay in that movie. This movie's when he gets a chance to shine, and I wouldn't mind seeing him in more stuff. I think he does a really good job in the film, but the chemistry between the two is what made the film for me. I think every time they have conversations in the film, I thought the chemistry is really well done in this film. And I gotta say, Him is definitely a good looking film. Overall, when it comes to the visual stuff and just the overall look of the film, I will give that credit. Him is a very good looking film. And I appreciate that this movie is trying to do something different, trying to do something a little bit original. But unfortunately, guys, that is where my positives come down because, man, this movie really lets me down. And I think one of my biggest problems that I had with Him is the plot. Literally walking out of Him, all I was thinking is, what the hell is this movie even about? Or what the hell the message of this film is trying to accomplish? Because I didn't see any of that in this film. This film just has random visuals, random moments just happening, and it doesn't come back on it. It's just moments happening, and it's like one of those things that we have to accept it and move on from that, which obviously I couldn't. I want a story that felt very fleshed out. And this movie doesn't have anything, in my opinion, that is fleshed out into the story. It's just like I said, things happening non-stop without any explanation or any characters going, what the fuck is happening in this situation? And there are a couple of moments in Him where I was like, holy shit, this is really intense and I want to see that get more explored. But it just happened. That's literally Him. It's just things happening non-freaking stop. And then throughout the ending of the film where everything comes into play, there's no explanation. It just felt freaking rushed. It's just like the film wants to get itself finished as quick as possible, so they're trying to mash up things all together. And I gotta say, the editing as well in him is really freaking terrible. Like, there's a lot of montages in this movie, and there's so much jump cuts when it comes to those montages that is so freaking too fast paced that I was thinking, okay, slow down. It felt like this film is like on fast forward the whole time throughout these montages. The film does not stop with a nap, but the story of this film, nothing fucking happens. Like, in a way where it's like, it's just moments happening, creepy moments happen, and there's no explanation why these things are happening. It just really bothers me because I can see the potential that him is trying to do, and I like the idea of putting sport into a horror genre. I think they can do something cool with it. And I feel like this film has potential of doing that, but unfortunately, I feel like the writing and the direction with this film just felt like it's in the wrong hands here. So overall, guys, him really lets me down when it comes to the story of the film. This film is definitely one of the most what the fuck is happening films that I have seen this entire year. There is no story of explanation of what is going on throughout the film. It's just visuals and things happening in the film. But I would say Tyriq Withers and Marlon Wayans especially are great in this film, and I thought the chemistry is really spot on, and it's a good looking film. It does have some impressive visuals, but within this film, it had so much potential of being something really interesting and creative. But unfortunately, this film's trying so hard to be Jordan Peele. It's trying way too hard to be like the next Get Out, with so many things happening. But the thing is, there's no explanation of why things are happening. It's just moments happening, visuals are happening, and it's one of the things that we have to accept what is going on. But honestly, I want explanation. I want something that is fleshed out. But unfortunately, him didn't do that for me, and I was expecting a lot more throughout this film. I wish this film could have been so much better than it actually is. So yes, this is definitely a film that is pretty bad, and I wish it could have been so much better. I would say, guys, for him, just go skip this movie. So guys, that is my review for him. Let me know in the comments below, what is your favorite sport of all time? Let me know down in the comments below, and what do you guys think of him? Do you like the film, hate the film, or you thought it's okay? Just let me know in the comments below. Make sure you guys follow me on social media links down below. Keep contact with me, and make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. Notify for my latest movie reviews and other movie related content. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a nice day.